Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house or in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what up, hoodies? Come on in, come on in. It's your girl back with another TV show review. And as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, we are going to be reviewing B to the M to the F, Black Mafia Family. And I'm waiting on my co-host. What up, 400? How you doing? How was your trip? I know you had went on a cruise. You was cruising around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know when, I don't know why he's gone away and I can't. Hey. I hope you had a great time. But yeah, I was oh my gosh, I was on Facebook. No, I was on what is that, Newsbreak or something? I forgot the name of that website, but all they do is post breaking news, and they had posted that this man's daughter had climbed up on the rails of this Disney cruise ship, and she climbed all the way up the top and somehow managed to fall overboard. And the dad and the wife or the mom, they was playing like shuffleboard. They was playing something nearby, and they heard or saw or something. And the dad jumped in that ocean. Man, that's what you call for the love of your baby. That dad jumped in that ocean. I saw the video when they rescued the dad and the little girl. I think the little girl was like 4 or 5 or something like that. Man, I would hate to say it, being that I can't swim. That's why I don't want to go on a cruise ship anyway. But if I ever was to get on a cruise ship, I'd be like, somebody, he over there. I have to keep my eye on my child because we both be dead. Child, you know how they say that I'll die for my babies or I'll die for my kids or child, I don't know. I don't know all that water. I'm like, God, is this the way you want me to go? But I'm so glad that they were able to rescue the baby and the father, because that would have been so devastating if they both would have passed away or one or the other or anything like that. But hey, boo.
Hey.
What up? 400 got me a shot glass. He went into the cruise, and I told him to bring me back a souvenir shot glass, and he said he got me a shot glass. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna find a way to get that. But yes, he said I was so drunk I didn't know what was going on. Oh, Diddy coming home.
Tell me where it's at. I'll go pick it up for you. Ain't he in Detroit?
I know that's Noble in Detroit. I don't know about 400.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Noble is exit 313.
Okay, that's right.
What do you think about? They both got numbers.
Exit 3.
Yes, yeah, he in Alabama or he in
Alabama. That's what's up.
Yes. Child. But okay, thank you so much for joining me, sis. I can't wait to go through this review with you, because last episode to me, and by the way, y'all, come on in, like, share, and subscribe, please, and thank you very much. Donate to the Cash App if you feel free. Sis Lo, you can post your Cash App in the chat if you like. But you guys, last episode, I think I did. Yeah, that was the last one I did a review with Big Riggs, who is also my co-host for our Sunday show from the block to the hood table, and
Yeah.
both were like, kind of like the last episode was kind of just like, we watched it, but it was nothing to like brag about. But this episode was pretty hot, pretty hot. So y'all come on in so we can review this show. I got my notes pulled up so I can kind of like stay on track. But I just want to say, first of all, I want to ask you, sis, how you feel about Meech and this particular show. How you feel about Meech and his brother's relationship? Because it seemed like more and more and more, they're having like a kind of separation, or they're not on the same team. It seemed like all the time. Like at the beginning of the
Yeah,
show
you
when
see the breakdown.
yes, it's getting even worse. And like at the very beginning when Loco was being
Yeah.
paranoid, we're gonna see next week what happened to that little boy, because they show a little bit every week, but he was being like really paranoid when he saw that little boy, and T was like, "Dog, we
Mm-hmm.
decided, excuse me, to hurt no kids." But then Meech is like, it seems like everything Loco say, everything Loco do is like Bible. But I'm like, man, I hope they don't have to kill that kid. But I want to ask you about what you think about them two brothers.
I think, like you said, I think you're starting to see the breakdown of their relationship because in real life there was a breakdown, and that's when they started kind of like branching off. You do your thing, I do mine, kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
um, so yeah, it's starting to get obvious, and that's something that I hate with families, that money thing always end up breaking families apart. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It always go to somebody's head. Or they think they way bigger and badder
Yep.
and better than somebody else. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yep, you are absolutely right. Yep, and 400 said facts. Mm-hmm. Yep, but I
Yeah.
know. Loco was like, well, it was somebody around his same age, a little boy around the same age who killed my brother. So I can see why he have concern. But Meeks be too with the shits. Like when he was like last week when Loco was shooting the gun at those dudes' feet who were trying the bounty hunters who looking for them in that store, remember? And after
Yeah.
he got done, he gave Meeks the gun, and Meeks up there, he grinning from ear to ear like a little kid on Christmas.
He went for it.
And T was like, nigga, if you don't come on, what is wrong with you? Yeah, too much money, too much the fame, the money.
Yep.
And
Too much money
yes,
is
yes,
an
yes.
issue, you know?
Yep, yep. But I don't know if you was dang, I can't remember if you was in the chat. I think you was in the chat last week. I can't remember. But remember when we was talking about Meech's little sister? Little hot in the ass Nikki. So, little sister, let's discuss this little sister, okay? And I can't talk too much shit because
It's
I was one of
starting to get on my last well, little stank attitude.
yes, yes. But she did one of
Ain't
those numbers.
it something how it's always like, I'm sorry, Mike or something?
You said what now?
Because your sound is like you going front and back kind of.
Yeah, that's how yours was too. Does it sound better? Like you guys in the chat, how we sound now?
Yeah, it sounds good now.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. But ain't it something how the parent that's going with the Lord is the one that she don't like. But the parent that was cheating and out there doing whatever, It's the one she got most love for. It's like the one that kind of going with along with the way she want to do her thing, is so to speak. So it's like she a little hotsy totsy, wants to do whatever she want to do. So she can't stand her mama because her mama on the straight and narrow with the Lord and all this and that. And it's like she trying to chop her at her knees. But her dad been down there messing with Miss Walona. Now he messing with Miss Walona at the restaurant. And she's like, "Go on, Dad, do your thing. Just don't hurt my daddy." What?
Mm-hmm. And not only that, keep in mind that she feel this type of way too, because I ain't gonna hold you, sis. I kind of had a little thing with my mom when I was in high school. Excuse me, and I talked about that even on here before. Y'all know for a certain period of time in my life, I was out there in the streets, couch to post, pillow to post, whatever you call it, for some years before I landed back on my feet and I had got my own apartment, as Brother Jay would say. But one of the reasons that kind of divided me and my mother was the fact that I was a daughter and I had two brothers who got away with murder. I couldn't do shit and I got in trouble for everything. Like it was, I would even get in trouble for shit they did. I mean, it was so bad to the point where I mean, my brothers was sometimes they got a kick out of shit. You know, they kids, they little, you know, they like 6, 8 years younger than me. So they little, they will get me in trouble on purpose. I'm getting my ass kicked. I mean, I'm like, damn. And then the last time when she tried to go upside my head, I remember she had a belt and I was a teenager. And I had snatched that belt and rushed around. I ain't trying to brag. I didn't hit her. I didn't hit her before y'all think, y'all, she hit her mama. But my auntie who was staying with us then and her crackhead ass boyfriend, she was right behind me because we was arguing and she managed to grab my wrist. Before I'm telling you, sis, I mean it was so bad. I couldn't do anything. And then she was putting me out every weekend. I had to go stay with different people, back my clothes up. Then the pastor, bring her home, bring her home. She been gone too long, bring her back home, let her back home. So it was crazy. And then my dad, on the other hand, my stepdad, he's out there in the world, you know, slanging, drinking, partying. You know, they was like apples and oranges. So at that point in time, I kind of was like, you know, I was, but I don't know. I was just like, and I started doing what Nikki was doing. I was out there doing whatever the fuck I want to do. That's what I was doing. And that's why I was about to say when I brought up Nikki, I said, I can't blame her too much because I had some of those same experiences and I had some scary experiences too where I had thought I was pregnant and shit. Like Nikki did one of those numbers that some of us girls are very familiar with. I told you the story when my mother busted some dude in my bedroom and she must have beat the shit out of him all the way down the stairs so he ran out the door. But she a little hot in the ass and she done got cold caught busted with that dude in her room by her brother T. And she thought her parents was gone, her mama here, her daddy here, her brother is here, but T was back in town and he was on that big brother shit, right? And even with one eyeball, he caught the blunt, he caught the lighter with one eyeball. He caught the lighter, big ass sneakers on the floor next to the bed, and who was in the motherfucking closet, but no other than Big Worm.
And the crazy part about it is he don't really care nothing about her.
He don't give a shit.
All he wants is the undergarment. He don't care nothing about that girl.
And I know exactly the feeling because there was times when I thought I was this man was loving me and this, you know, well not man, but you know, older guy was loving me. And I went through the same phases. Nigga didn't give a fuck. All he wanted was the draws.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now she pregnant. And last week, what I said was, we was talking. 400 was you in the chat then? When I said, I bet you they didn't use no protection. I bet you because he just threw her ass on that restaurant table like, and now she pregnant. Child, so what you think gonna happen? What do you foresee with her?
She knocked up. She knocked up.
400
400
said,
is a
Cislo, all
mess.
facts. Yeah, he said all facts, Cislo, and he said,
No,
you
look
wrong
what he
for the
said
wrong
to
eye.
you.
Oh. I'm just saying, man. TB Cislo, between T and me, CB saying more shit. That ain't even happened yet, or predicting more shit with one eye than me with two eyes. I'm like, nigga, you see that shit coming? But I definitely saw it coming where she got pregnant. So give me your little spill on her. Like, what do you think gonna happen with the dude, with her mom, her dad, you know?
Yeah. Loose booty with it.
Did you say loose booty? Did she say loose booty milk?
Yeah, you too loose booty with it.
You say he still didn't cry like Lou. Oh, like Lulu. See,
All
there
right,
you
you
go.
don't come up. Hey, this is a whole nother show. Leave Lou alone.
You know
Leave Lou
what?
alone. You just picking with me.
I know. You know what, sis? I don't think he was here
You
last
gonna
week because
leave
I remember
Lulu
him.
alone.
He was talking about Lulu last time. He was talking about Lulu last time. I was like, ooh, wait till I tell sis.
Yeah, he be messing with Lou on. That's all right, 400. I got something for you. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm fine. So.
All right, so give me your take on Lil Nikki.
Huh?
I said, so give me your take on Lil Nikki. What you think is going to happen next with her?
Lil Nikki need her little tail whoop. She done went too far, but she about to get it whooped for sure. But so, if she can't get rid of that baby, or figure out what she gonna do with the baby, I'm not saying she should get rid of it. But whatever it is that she decides to do, she don't catch it from her mama. And her dad probably gonna be broken hearted too. Meech and Terry probably gonna rough the little nigga up.
Oh
Especially
man, I'm
when
so
they figure
scared
out
for him.
that he don't really want her.
I am so scared for him. I am so scared for him. And then you know what else? You know the dude that she was messing with that was in college. He had told her, you know, my friends, they broke up with their girls, but I still want to be with you. We can do this. And then that last scene that we seen of him, which was I think 2 episodes ago, he was on the phone talking to her and he rushed off to go to follow those two black girls. And I was like, I wonder if he was messing around with one of them or if it really was some school shit that they was headed to and he's down there being faithful and she up here fucking around. So I don't know. What you think?
I don't think he's being faithful.
That's a lot of beautiful
But that's
black
gonna
girls.
that's gonna be his get out. That's gonna be
Mhm.
his get out though.
That's gonna be his get out card.
He said our mama a free too.
Oh,
The
that
mama
shit,
a free
the
too.
good
She can't
doctor.
charge everything.
Does she just needed a prescription
Yeah,
filled?
you know
That's
what?
all.
Here, 400. You and I gonna agree on this one right here. Because if you ask me, she really was hard on the man.
She
She really
was.
was. She was really hard on him. Now he was working 2 jobs,
Good man.
hustling, trying to do everything he could,
Came home every night.
and bringing that money home. And I know she was frustrated, but when a man doing everything he can to make it happen, and he bringing that check home to you, and even though you struggling, he trying his best to do what he can to get the weight off of you as much as he possibly can. You don't treat him like, you don't emasculate him. And she did do, she kind of bought it on herself. You know what I'm saying? So when he cheated, She cut him off. And one thing you can't do, you can't just totally cut the man off from, whatever, because finances is not in order.
And he was working 2 to 3 jobs. He was trying.
Right. He was hustling. He even was working at Terry as a driver and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't want to just take money from them. So he was trying to make it happen.
And I'm not saying that's why women lose good men, like he was perfect.
Bound that they ain't no earthly good. And in her case, that was it.
Yeah, and it wasn't like he was perfect or anything. He had his faults too. Yeah, he had his faults too, but he was really trying. He was really, really trying. And that's how some women lose a good man, because they be too hard on them. And I get it if bills is due, the mortgage late, things like that, but you can only do so much and take so much. And sometimes I feel for men who are doing so much and then they come home. You know how, what's that old saying that men used to say, especially back in the day, when it's like really, really, when it was worse. It's still bad now with like the white man, the cops and shit like that with our brothers, but it was really, really bad back in the day, right? And for them to have to deal with certain things, they go out on the street, they work hard all day and get cussed out and disrespected and shut down for positions and raises. Then they got to come home. I ain't trying to like be male chauvinist, whatever they call that shit. You know what I'm talking about. But male identified. I ain't trying to be nothing like that, but because I'm not. But you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. Like some men can only take so much, and then they be like, okay, they find another woman, and that's their peace. That other woman is their peace, and they think that's what they need, but it's really not, because that other woman, shit, that grass ain't always greener on the other side. And what up, Pam? How you doing? What up?
Just a piece of tail, and he just because he was in love with his wife and she wasn't giving it up, and he got it elsewhere.
Absolutely. But with this big worm,
she put him out the bedroom. She put him out the bedroom and everything.
Yeah, and Charles got a scrum back. I know he was knocking that shit out the park. I know, girl, that back, that scrum, that back. Yeah. Making love until the break of dawn. Oh, come on. Y'all don't want to get us started.
Back where even if I can't handle it, keep it coming.
Y'all know we love to see, so y'all know y'all don't get us started.
Did you hear what I said?
What?
I said that he had one of them backs where even if I can't handle it, keep it coming. I can't handle it, but don't stop.
Don't stop.
Don't
like,
stop.
No, stop. They in the chat like, y'all mess. They like focus. Okay, y'all, we go focus. Okay, we go focus. We gonna focus. But yeah, as far as Nikki,
I'm gonna mute because I said too much.
Girl, as far as little Nikki, Wanda, T's baby mama, she tried to warn her, but she was like, I'm grown, I can do what I want. And then like a whole couple of weeks later, because they must have been getting along good, because he up in the bed, he's at the house now. He, she talking about she said, well, how do you know whose baby it is? You sure it ain't your ex or your other guy who's in college? She was like, no, we ain't had sex in like 2 months or 3 months or something like that. But all I gotta say is she better hope that her brother don't kill that man, because he was like, if I see him over here, he dead. So if he find out you pregnant, what the hell you think he gonna do to that boy? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. T made it very sure that he was
He
not
gonna get him
playing.
with that good eye.
Yes, yes. He
He
made it
gonna
very
get him
sure.
with that good eye.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. But shoot, let's talk about what was I gonna talk about? Let's talk about what's her name? Markeisha. Markeisha, who T think is he thought was working with the police and working with her husband Boom and working with that new
Oh
new
yeah.
connect. What do you think about the situation that she's in now that Boom is home? Boom boom.
She in the same. She in the same position she was in before he left.
Child.
She in the same position.
Child, when I saw Boom, we had a couple of
Cause you know
surprises
she
this.
married and he know she married and he know she messing with Terry.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
he know that Terry don't set him up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
yep. The Boom Boom is home. He didn't even tell her. You know what? I know I ain't never had a dude. I mean, I dated a guy before that went to jail, but I never like held it down for a dude. I never been in a relationship that long where I'm holding it down and he's there and I'm here, and he just pop up out the blue. Like she literally just
yeah.
went to visit that nigga, and then like the next week it seemed like he's at home, and I know she was pissed. Like why you didn't tell me you? And thank God T ain't living there no more. I mean he still own that motherfucker, but he don't live there anymore. Thank God for that.
But girl, what if he walk in the door while he got her bent over that table?
I don't know, dude, because she told him do not use your key next time you come back. You
Now
call in
he
advance.
don't think that's the reason why though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now he gonna think
Yep.
that's why she don't want him to use the key.
Yeah, he gonna think that they was messing around the whole time, that she knew he was coming home, all that shit. Hmm. He gonna feel betrayed because he already said to Wanda she's the only one that he think he can really trust, and that's why he wants her to keep his money that he's stacking up because he's not trying to be in the game forever like Meech is. Meech think he can make this a career. T, he's smart. He knows that he can't make that a career. So that's why he told Wanda, I want to, have you hold this money for me because I trust you. But mm-mm-mm. Let me tell you, sis. when I saw
Girl.
that, when I saw it's gonna be a mess, since low. I can't wait. The next episode come on in like 3 days. I'm super behind with reviewing, but it was the holidays, family time. I was tired. I mean, I had to get my body had to catch up, because I was
But
baking
you know
cakes
what?
this weekend. It was a lot going on.
You you got a question
Oh, I do? Okay, let me
from
see. I'm
Pam.
sorry. Hey Pam, you said, so do you believe once a cheater is always a cheater, hood table? You know what, Pam? I'm probably the last one to ask. Because I have broke up with guys. Some people can have a man cheat on them 50, 11, 12 times. I have never been the kind of woman that could stay with a cheater. Never. And we talked about that before on my show with Big Riggs when we was talking about relationships. I said I've always felt like the love, it just doesn't feel the same. The my admiration, the love for the man, the respect, and then like as far as having sex, he still want to have sex even if we make up or try to get over that hurdle, and it's just not the same. I feel contaminated. I feel like, how do I know he still ain't out there? And see, the thing about it is you have to totally 100% not forget what they did, but you have to forgive them. And if you don't 100% forgive them, you're going to be always just thinking about it, not trusting them. Where you at? Where you been? Who you with? You know, so it's not necessarily that I don't believe they can
It's always
change.
gonna be on your mind.
It's always going to be on my mind. And then it's going to be unfair to him either. Even if he really is trying to be with me from now on and just me, it's not going to be fair to him either. That he feels like he has to, and it's his fault. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's his fault. And that's even if it's a woman, even if it's a woman that cheated on her man, it's her fault if that man is making her jump through hoops to prove that she's faithful. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't want to be a fool. That's one thing that scares me is for me to because I've been in that situation too where I had broke up with a dude and then he came back groveling. I mean groveling, gifts and everything. Flowers just for weeks and weeks and weeks trying to get me back. And then right when I think about getting him back, I find out that he's still with that other girl. I'm like, you know what? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Right.
He
See,
wanted his cake maker and eat it. He wanted his cake maker and eat it too.
Child, and that was before I was even decorating cakes, child. Now he would be like, cakes, ew. But child, 400 say you cheat on me. It's just, yeah, that with men, I notice a lot of men are like that. Once you cheat on a man, most men cannot respect you, forgive you. To them, you a hoe, you a slut, you a like men, they really go hard on a sister if she cheat on them. But on the flip side, a man will be like, cheat, and then just expect a woman to forgive.
I don't care.
Nope. But let me tell you, other than Nikki possibly being pregnant, we had a few other surprises this episode. And one of them was Boom when Boom came home. And you know what the first thing, sis, I was sitting here laughing my ass off. The first thing I thought of was, remember that song by Usher?
Which one?
Daddy's Home. Daddy's Home.
I don't know if I know that one.
You don't remember that song? How does it go? It goes, Daddy's Home. It goes, how does it go? Daddy. Let me look up the lyrics. Girl, that song by Usher. He wasn't coming home from jail or nothing like that in the song. I think he was just coming home for the night. You know how men come home. Daddy's home. But it's like, Daddy's home and it's time to play. So you ain't gotta give my loving away. It goes something like that. And I was thinking,
I ain't never heard it, but I know you trying to.
Girl, you need to listen to that song. You need to listen to that song after we get off of here. You go, Daddy's home and it's time to play. You know you ain't gotta get his loving away.
Okay.
It goes something like that. And he's excited to be home and she's waiting. And you know what I'm saying? So when he came home, he was like, Daddy's home. I was like, oh shit, this nigga popped up out the blue. That's right, Pam. I only ran up in there. That's the only part I know, Pam, is the chorus. That's the only part I know. But yeah, he had made that song around the time he was going through that shit with his wife, Tamika. Ain't that her name, Tamika? That's when he had made that song. That song's old. Yeah, that song's real old.
Old lady.
Daddy home, y'all. Yes, Daddy home, and he was ready to tap that. He flipped her ass. He turned that ass around. That big old badonk back there. He know he about to get some work. But then another surprise, sis Slow, which didn't surprise me. Oh no! But another surprise, which most of us saw it coming. You know, Lamar, he survived the shooting by being shot by B. Mickey. But when Lamar popped up on his cousin, you know, you know what? He creeps me out all the time because he likes to have sex with dead people. And that's why he works at the damn funeral home. I'm like, he's so sick. He's so
Well,
gross.
he'll be doing it from the other side from now on.
Child, let me know what you thought about that
He'll be
scene.
doing it from the other side from now on.
Let me know if you saw that coming, because remember, he was the reason why. Well, not the whole reason. It was him and Meech, but he's the reason why he got addicted to drugs, because Meech forced him to take drugs, and he told his cousin Album to make sure he keep taking it and taking it and taking it. So we knew that eventually he was gonna try to get some get back, but did you see it coming this episode?
I didn't see that coming. I thought he was gonna like beat him down or something like that. I didn't think he was gonna incinerate the brother.
I didn't either.
I didn't think he was gonna cremate him and all that.
Lamar be acting too calm when he
really
ready to do
did that.
something.
And
watch. Lamar,
But my
he
thing is,
be too
Lamar
calm.
got more lives than
Girl.
he got more lives than
than
Superman or
cat.
somebody at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He got more lives than a cat. And he be too calm. Like Alvin knew something was up. Alvin knew something was up. He just didn't realize how bad it was about to go down for him, because he probably expected just to get an ass whooping, right?
Yeah. That's what I thought. Maybe just gonna, ta-da-da-da.
Yep. But Alvin, he
Well,
ain't smart. He ain't smart at all, because
he
I
took
would
him to
have
the dark
bounced as soon as
side. Real.
as soon as he came in talking about he need help with his wound that he was still bleeding out of, I would have made like I was going to get some embalming fluid or something, some band-aids, something, and I would have bounced. I would have left. He should have known. You just take one look at Lamar and you know when he about to snap. And he was just talking all calm. Hey, cuz, I'm back. You were supposed to come see me on graduation day. Where was you at? Like, Lamar.
Thanks for catching me up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thanks for catching me up.
And then he threw him in that
You ain't gotta worry
incinerator.
about him being catching up no more.
Child. Alvin probably almost pissed his pants when he saw Lamar. Lamar was like, I'm back. Just like, boom, I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
But when he burned him alive, I was like, that is definitely not the way that anyone would love to go out, by being burned alive. That hot ass man.
Bet.
Oh my
But
God.
at the same time, it's like I'm tired of this Lamar thing already. Like, do something.
Me too. Like, and we know, like, I hate to like jump ahead in the story, because most people know the real story, and they know who makes it, who don't makes it. They know what happens to some people in the story. So I try to like stay in the present time with the movie. But a lot of people would have loved for Lamar to be taken out a long time ago, because he gets under everybody's, like, he's like, make your ass itch. Like, he's just one of those. He's one of those antagonists. There's an antagonist in every crime or every thriller, like that. He's just like one of the worst type of antagonists you can have.
Right.
What's 400 talking about? Turn your water off.
Who?
Lamar. I mean, not Lamar. Why I call him Lamar? 400 said turn your water off. Crazy. I don't know what he's talking about. Did somebody have some water on in the show?
Was it down towards the beginning? Wasn't it something with some water there?
Oh, maybe so. I can't remember.
And we start singing that song, and stop the rain. Was it that?
I don't know, child. I don't know. But okay, so let's discuss now who I really do love. I like me some Loco. I do like me some Loco, okay? So let's talk about Loco. Loco and Meech, you know, they was discussing Jay Pusha. Now we know last episode and the episode before, Jay Pusha was talking to his crew about, you know, being the main connect for Loco and making Loco change his mind and stop fucking around with Meech and them because he was able to unload the drugs off that plane so fast. And T had told him in the beginning he didn't trust them motherfuckers. I don't think it's anything with the Lou per se, but you know, for being in the Lou, but he just didn't trust him. Like he thought he was a snake. He even said he thought he was a snake, and we thought that way too. But when last episode, when he actually approached Loco and told him that he would like to go into business with him and fuck Meech and them, it could just be us. I'm like, you know what? That fake ass, snake ass, stab you in the back, motherfucker. I am so glad that Loco is loyal. Okay.
Yeah.
Loco is loyal. He is not dumb by any means. And he went right back to Meech and spilled the
told him what was up.
Yes. So what do you think about that episode? That part of the story?
Well, I mean, I think Stevie Wonder conceded that dude wasn't right. He looked like he wasn't right. And now,
with all that gold in his mouth.
and talk of her, over her. Even his country is over country.
It's over country, man.
It's over. It's over. Like, it's like he's trying so hard to get that part right.
I know, over third.
Like, they don't talk like that for real. Stop. But yeah, he just seemed like he wasn't no good, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, he definitely, and I'm glad that Loco. I mean, at first I was thinking, you know, Loco might see the need for that. Like that was a lot of drugs that he unloaded very, very quickly. Very quickly. But then I was like,
he went about it though.
He went about it the totally wrong way.
Right.
He went about it totally wrong way. And I feel like Loco was probably thinking, like, if a man can go behind another man's back to try to weasel his way to be Pusha's, pun intended, to another man's connect, Loco knew not to trust that motherfucker. He knew it, and T knew it too. Like I said, even One-Eyed T knew something was off with that nigga. But anyhow, Loco assured Meech that, you know, he told Meech, you're my friend.
Again, but here again, that's where Meech don't listen to Terry.
Yep.
And Terry can tell him the same thing Loco telling him, and which is why they're having such a breakdown in their relationship as brothers, you know? It's crazy.
Absolutely.
That's the way it always seems to go.
Yep, that's how it always seems to go. But Loco said, you know, Loco told him, you're my friend. I truly believe that Loco do consider them friends, even though it started as just a partnership. Loco seemed like this crazy ass person, you know, but Meech is also crazy. So I think that's why they get along so well. But a friend is exactly what you need in that type of game. You know, that type of street level of game. You got to have a loyal friend. So no matter how fast Jay Pusha was able to unload them drugs, it could have been just as fast, if not faster, for him to turn on Loco. So I think he made the right choice. But okay, now go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
No, I think that Meech, he liked to blame Terry for a lot of stuff, but he actually the cause of his own downfall. Even now in real life, like stuff they doing right now, like kind of like biting the hand that feeds you, kind of thing. Cause you know the situation that he got going on with his son, and with 50 right now, you know, it's like they not doing well, but it's like he got this hard head, like can't nobody tell me nothing kind of thing going. But you know what I'm saying, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. You know, that ain't cool. So I don't know, child.
It's not cool at all. You right. It's not cool at all. Um, I've never been in that type of. I done some shit out in the streets, but I never went that far to fucking around with drugs and shit like that. Cause if I did, I probably it'd be just my luck. I'd be arrested on the first shift. On the first shift. I ain't even made enough money to get bonded out. Like at least let me make enough money to get bonded out and get me a lawyer. You know. But yeah, so one thing you did mention earlier in the show, babe, and thank you so much. Let me shout out Sunshine. You brighten my life. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. She said, thank you for putting me on to the show. Yeah, Sunshine said, I'm about to binge watch this show. She was like way behind at the beginning and she binge watched all the way up to season 4.
That's what's up.
Yes, that's what's up. But 400 said facts when it comes to Loco and their friendship and Jay Pusha. And he said he liked the bright sunlights. That's his downfall. And she said, yes, yes, yes. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Okay, so Sislo, you had mentioned it earlier in the show. How Charles' daughter, she's all for him, being in a relationship, moving on, but I bet you she wouldn't feel the same way about her mother if she knew. If she don't know that her mama was out there, you know what I'm saying? She know that she was messing around at a young age and had kids and shit, but she don't know about the good doctor, right? But we was talking about Cece last week when Charles, took Cece out on a date. And Cece had already explained to him, which was really nice of her to do because she didn't have to say, I got a crazy ex who be stalking me, but she did. And I had said that I think that Charles probably scared Cece off. And, and I was talking last week because Riggs did the show with me last week. And I said she probably got scared. I said she probably ain't gonna want to be with him anymore. And he said, but that man hit him first. I said, yep, you're right, Riggs. He hit him first. I said, but the way he was beating on that nigga, I think he was 2 seconds from killing him if Cece didn't, stop him. And I think when he was doing that, she got overcome with her emotions of being beaten and stopped. So what do you think about the conversation they had at the diner?
I think that, to be honest with you, she should have been grateful that there was a man there to protect her as opposed to her overthinking the situation like you did too much kind of thing. Like, what was he supposed to do? And you needed somebody to have your back at that point because look, that joker came, he about to put the hands on you. He probably break her off a piece. And ain't no telling what he was going to do to her when she got home.
Mm-hmm. He went caveman mode. He punched Charles.
He went Big Meech Daddy on that joker.
He went the dude though, he went caveman on her. Avery, that's his name, because the way that some men have control, that's how it was way back in the day. Men would drag you by your hair, and you know that shit on Flintstones. That shit is real. Way back in that Flintstone type of era, back in the day, where men would just drag you home. They would have sex with you. They would knock you up. You gotta walk around bare feet and have kid after kid. Like, he was about to drag her ass home and whoop that ass, and probably, I hate to say it, but probably make her do things she didn't want to do with him. Without saying the word.
Right. I got you.
Yeah, she was scared. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Once so you scared, she want to let Charles put them hands on him.
Now, do you think, okay, let me ask you this, because I was like, last week I said, I don't know if she was like really upset because she was traumatized because she had been beaten and stuff before, or do you think she still had feelings for the man? Because you know how that goes sometimes. I mentioned that last week. Some women, they be like, oh, trying to get away from their man, but as soon as another man put their hands on, or the police put their hands on him and try to lock him up, no.
I think you know what I'm talking about. It might have been a little bit of both of them. You know what I'm saying? It might have been like I don't know whether to be happy he protected me or whether to be afraid that he might do this to me one day, you know.
And
So
that's what I was thinking.
she could have mixed emotions on it.
Yeah, I
You
think
know what I'm
I
saying? But
truly think.
I'm still thinking like she shouldn't have been so hard on Charles though,
Yeah.
because I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, homie was there for her right then and there.
Yep, yep. And Sunshine, she said she believed that he was scared. She was scared, and that it could have been a little bit of both, just like you said. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, yep. So I don't
Yep.
know. Nikki told her don't hurt my daddy, but I don't think she did anything wrong in this. Whether she still has feelings for him or not, or whether she was scared and start having flashbacks and shit. I think she's doing the best thing for her. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
she,
it's a Charles too. Like, why would you want to even date a woman like that when you got to look over your shoulder for her nigga every time y'all go somewhere?
yeah.
Yeah. So
Sunshine is here the same thing.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I don't know. I like Charles, find you somebody with a more simpler life or something like that. But she said basically before one of us winds up hurt, I think we need to stop whatever we got going on. But while his daughter was at home screwing drug dealers, he was at the pawn shop. You know what?
Girl,
I
you
make myself
are mad.
gag sometimes. I make myself gag. But while his daughter was at home screwing drug dealers, he was at the pawn shop trying to buy back his guitar that he had pawned to get his hot ass daughter's ass out of jail. And then it was then that he noticed his wife's wedding ring behind the counter on display for sale. He was definitely hurt by the end. I don't know how hurt he was.
What hurt, girl?
Yes, like CC just broke it off with you. Then you get to the pawn shop and you see your ex-wife's ring in the cabinet. And then the man was like, yeah, this fine ass Redbone brought that ring in the other day. He was like, I don't know. He said, Lord have mercy on the man who
Like,
let her go. And that's
cause
when
he
he noticed.
feeling like now, like, dang, she done. She done.
Mhm. And you
She
saw the
done
look on Charles'
money.
face. The look on Charles' face when the man told him,
Could
Lord
have
have
bought it
mercy
for
on
a
the man.
collar. Could have
Mm-hmm.
bought it for a collar. A little collar. Yes, you could have. Bought that man for a whole collar.
Child. But when he looked at Charles' face, that's when he realized, oh shit, this the man who let her
Oh,
go.
dang. This you, dog.
Yeah,
My
my bad,
bad.
dog. My bad.
My bad.
He like, my bad, dog. My bad, homie.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, what do you say? Straight up, what do you say?
Because it's like, I know Charles and his wife still love each other so much. They might not have was able to work it out, but I know he loves him some Lucille. And if he would have it, if he could have it his way, he would be back with her. They would be back together, back in that bedroom, moving on in life happily if he had a chance. But one thing I had asked Big Riggs last week, and he was like, you know what, Hood Table, now you got me thinking. So last week, when she gave B Mickey that money and said it's from the church's benevolent fund, do you think it really was from the benevolent fund or from that pawn shop wedding ring fund?
Never know. Never know. Wow, never know. And I ain't even think about that.
That's what Red said. He said, Hood Table, I didn't even think about that. He said, I was thinking it just came from the church because, he had asked the church, can she ask the church to help? And he gave him the money.
Dang.
And she didn't tell Charles. Even when he asked her about it, or when he was like confirmed that he knew about it, they were in the hospital by that time with B Mickey, waiting on his daughter's surgery to be over.
Yeah, the
So
baby
she didn't
come
want to
out.
get into it right then. But I
Oh,
think
you
it's
know what?
I
I think Terry them gave some too, though.
They
I think
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Like the money she gave him, that didn't pay for the surgery. That was just a little shit. It looked like it was only about $1,000, which is a lot back then. Even now, to some people, it's a lot.
It's a
But
lot
back
today.
then, yeah, back then in the early 90s, that 1,000 was probably worth like 10,000 back in the 90s. But yeah, that wasn't enough at all. That was like put a little down payment on just the
Girl, look. I can use some of that right now, baby.
that was just a little bit for the anesthesia. But
Girl, that's crazy though.
he said leave Charles alone.
Who said that?
400.
Who is instigating some?
But how you gonna tell us leave Charles alone and you be on Lulu's neck?
You hear me? Messing with my younger baby daddy.
I know. Shoot, we should have both had babies by him, sister wise.
Oh no, that's nasty, sis. That'd be like incest or something.
I'm like, ooh, Lulu.
That'd be like incest.
Have a little Lulu.
We can't, girl.
Hey TC, what up, boo? But yeah, that money that she gave him, I think that really came from the ring. I really do.
It could have, yeah.
Because I don't think they church could even afford to give money like that away, But they could. We'll find out soon because I think it's going to be a heated conversation between her and Charles eventually over that ring.
Girl.
But what do you think he should do? Like, as far as his career. Now that the tour is back on, he begged to get his job back, begged to get the supervisor to get him extra shifts and take shifts away from other people. And they did it for him. And now he talking about telling the supervisor, I'm going back on the road again. And the supervisor said, if you come back asking for your job again this time, you ain't getting it back.
Oh, that's dirty though. I mean, because you got to try to make a living. The man trying to make a living.
Yeah, he's trying to carry out his dreams, but on one side, I can see them not holding a job for him because most jobs, when they lose someone, they got to hire somebody else, right? And most jobs can only have so many employees, because of budget and shit like that. But he gave him his job back, and that job back in the day at plants, including all the packing houses here, it was hard to get on sometime to a lot of those plants. There was a lot of plant jobs, like in every major state.
Unless you had a good rep.
Yeah. You got to know somebody to know somebody. So I kind of feel what the manager was talking about. You beg me, we other people want shifts and shit, and I'm looking out for your ass. And now you talking about you leaving again. Like, boy. But yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen if he's going to go back on the road now, especially after he broke his hand. You see that? I'm like, damn, the hand. Now he going to be back at home with Lucille.
Yeah, he messed it up too. And because he can't play or anything, Yeah. And how did that feel to be at home with somebody that don't want you there? Conjuring. You and the girl you was digging on don't want to be bothered with you because you done beat a man to a pulp.
And she definitely ain't gonna want to be with you now because you got one hand. Even if she did liking you defending her, but you can't do much now. Oh, Poe Charles. It seems like Poe Charles can't ever get a break, huh?
Girl.
Oh my God. But child, okay, so we coming down to the final moments, like the the highest heights of the show. Thank God, B Mickey's daughter. I just want to get that out the way. Thank God his daughter pulled through.
Amen.
His beautiful little
Look,
girl.
I'm talking about amen.
No, for real. Amen. We prayed about her, y'all, in our closet. Y'all don't know, but we did pray about her in our prayer closet. But I love me some B Mickey. I really do. I love.
And you see the other one? They got one of the other ones from New Edition movie.
Yes,
the one that played Bobby Brown.
Yep. I saw
he
that.
In there now.
Yep. I saw that. But child, when it came to what's her name? Okay, so Detective Bryant and the stripper Aphrodite, right? So one of the Hardy, one of the Red Dogs, Hardy, one of the Red Dogs, the main one that be in most of the scenes, he was looking out for Detective Bryant and sent him word of one of the strippers at the stripper at Platinum Palace had been brought in for turning tricks, and that she could be Bryant's only chance to finding out Duffy's, Duffy, aka Don Ginkgo, find out his real government name. And so Detective Bryant managed his little grimy and sneaky and shady ass. He managed to get the information from her because he threatened to have CPS on her ass, and she already had 2 run-ins with CPS. So he was able to find out who Duffy really is, his real name, and managed to get a hold to Duffy. So how did you feel about that scene when he had Duffy arrested? I kind of feel bad for Duffy because he's one of my other favorite characters too.
You said, how do I feel? Say that one more again. How do I feel about what?
You know, the scene with Detective Bryant when he had arrested Duffy. He finally arrested Duffy and finally found out his real name through that stripper.
Oh, yeah. But he just grasping at straws, though. It's like he don't care if he gets something for the real reason or not. Right now, all he care is,
And he blames them for everything, even though he made a lot of bad choices. He blames them for everything, like everything that goes wrong in his life. So he determined to take down Meech and T, and now he got old Duffy. So I don't know how Duffy's going to get out of this situation, y'all. I really don't know. And then Meech, he couldn't handle it because that's like his best friend, and so Meech ended up having sex with that pretty little girl. I can't remember her name, but he ended up having sex with her. Purdy. Now, Purdy. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that storyline with Purdy. Finally, they were able to get like Purdy's music, jumping off and shit. She had a new song and everything. And they had talked to the DJ, like Rick said back in the day, a lot of DJs used to get paid very handsomely, very well to play people's records and keep them rotating throughout the day. And they had paid that stripper, and then that DJ, and the DJ got a last minute fax saying that Purdy's hasn't been cleared, or the contract didn't have clearance yet. So what really happened though is that DJ Trail got him by the balls. Y'all saw when he tried to drown him in the kitchen sink. He got the DJ by the balls. So they lying, talking about the contract ain't clear, but Trail was hating, y'all. Trail was hating. He was butt ass hurt because Purdy had left his ass. And then we find out that Purdy, and you can chime in on this part, sis. Purdy had had lived with foster family, and she could sing at a very young age, and they used to basically Was you on mute? The foster family was not only pimping Purdy out and putting her on the corner to sing for change, but the foster dad was touching on her. Like, it's bad enough to be touched on. Then they got you out there, they pimping your ass out to sing on the street like you a damn homeless. I don't know, because, all people out there singing on the street ain't homeless, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But they getting paid to take care of her through foster care. and I don't know what the fuck they was doing with the money, but they got her up there singing with a fucking can or a hat collecting money. Here comes Trail. Save the day. She thinking he's her knight in shining armor. Saves the day. He gets her, but then she said, you know what? She realized that the angel can also be a devil. The angel, and that's very true. A lot of women find themselves in that situation where they get rescued or they feel like they've been rescued from either a bad relationship, a failed relationship, from an abusive relationship, from abusive parents, or maybe even from a poor family, like poverty family. Y'all barely making it by. Your parents can barely afford to feed y'all. And you meet this guy with a lot of money who promises to take care of you. Then next thing you know, that person who you think is an angel and rescuing you turned out to be the worst person in the world that you could have ever met. That was Trail. That was Trail. So that was the reason why Purdy has stopped singing, because they never really got into why Purdy wanted to rap versus R&B, because she has a very nice voice. But that's why she has stopped singing, because of all the traumatic experiences in her life. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. But being touched by her foster parent, that happens a lot. It shouldn't happen, but that happens a lot. But damn, Trail, that was fucked up what he did. While Purdy was up there on the stage rapping about taking her power back, she finally felt independent. She finally felt free. She's with a company that she thinks she can trust, and they could get her to the pedestal that she wants to be in her career. And here they come up in there. I knew something was about to go down though when I saw that big headed nigga looking real like out of place. I knew something was gonna happen. They shot her ass while she was up there on the stage performing. Trail had to get some get back, y'all. He had to get some get back with one of his goons showing up to light her up. And I was like, damn, I heard she pulled through. I do. That happens a lot with this show. People get shot, and I swear they come back like just like that damn Lamar. Like, how many times this nigga gonna get fucked up and keep coming back? But yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. But then Trail, I really, boy, you better sleep with one eye open. Sleep with one eye open, because what pushed him over the edge, because he thought he had one over Meech and them, fucking around with them, fucking around with their airwave time. And so Meech and them went down to him. They forced him to sign paperwork because he wasn't going to sign it at first. And they forced him to sign the paperwork when they busted in on his house, guns loaded. And he finally signed the paperwork. That was too much. That was too much. So he went over the edge, sent somebody in there to kill her. And their first artist. I was like, they first artist. That's fucked up, Trail. But he better sleep with one eye open. You said facts. Because I think Meech and T, they going to come back for that ass. Boy. But yeah, so we discussed Jay Pusha, Loco. We discussed Purdy, Lamar, Charles. And we discussed little hot ass Nikki. Little hot ass Nikki. But and we discussed Detective Bryant. I don't think we missed anything. B Mickey's daughter had her surgery. That was successful. Yeah, that was it. That was it. I think we covered everything, y'all. Did we get under an hour? Let me see how long we've been on here. An hour and 9 minutes. Y'all know I try to stay under an hour. Now, if anybody wants me to drop the link, the nasty piece of stanker link, if y'all want me to drop the link, let me know and I'll drop it. I'll give y'all a few minutes. The doors of the church are open. Cicelo, I don't know if she had a phone call or connection issues, but I don't know if she's coming back. But I can drop the link in the chat and spend a little time chopping it up with you on the panel. All right, 400, there you go. All right, there's the link. The link is in the chat. And again, you guys, thank you for tuning in and joining us today. Make sure you like and share the video, please, and thank you very much. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the memberships and the cash apps and the super chat if you like, if the spirit moves you. Okay. Let me take a sip of this good old water. But yeah, while we waiting on 400, just want to let y'all know again. Every Sunday I go live with Big Rigs, y'all. Every Sunday I go live. So make sure y'all tune in Sunday. We're gonna be over here on the hood table, 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central for our from the block to the hood table with Big Rigs this Sunday night. What up, 400?
What's going on? What's going on? Tired as hell.
You tired too?
Yeah,
You need a vacation from your vacation?
yeah, yeah. I do for real.
I know the feeling.
I done missed so much stuff, man. I've been trying to catch up on everything, but I keep going to sleep on everything.
It's okay. It's okay. I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
So I'm back. I'm kind of about to get back, or I should say, get back to doing some other TV show reviews and things like that. You know, because Diddy had us down for like 8 weeks, and that shit's still going. That shit ain't over yet. But one of the other shows I used to review was The Shy.
Oh,
And
the
that's
shot.
like,
Yeah.
what episode is that on now? Like 5?
No, it's like, man, I think it's like 5 or 6
I'm
because
so
I'm gonna have to catch back up on that too because I thought they were gonna take that off.
So did I. So did I. I think it was like a last minute decision for them to keep that ball rolling.
Yeah,
But
but you
mhm.
know Reggie back now, don't
You said who?
you? Reggie.
I saw that. I saw that in the
Yeah,
previews.
I thought they killed him.
Me too. Me too. And I'm so lost in the sauce on that. I mean, maybe tomorrow I can binge watch, and then maybe Thursday do a live Thursday. You know, but I don't know. It depends on how much time I have on my hand. Because I got like 5, 6 shows to catch up.
Yeah, but I was supposed to go live tonight, but man, I'm still tired.
What was you gonna discuss tonight?
Then I was just gonna talk about my cruise and shit like that.
Oh, we'll go live. Unless you
No, I'm tired.
well,
But
maybe
then
you can go live tomorrow night.
I'm gonna go live tomorrow night. I should be good. I want you to pull up too now.
I know that's why I said go live. But if you wait till tomorrow, I'll join you.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, I'll join you. I'm interested to hear about your cruise and how much fun y'all had.
We had so much fun, man. I was so drunk.
Ooh, yeah. Because did you get it where you get like the free drinks and stuff in your trip?
Yeah, it's like the drink package. You get like 15 a day.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a
And I,
lot.
yeah, that's called alcohol poison.
I know 15 a day. Shoot, I'm good on like 3 cups or no, 3 glasses or whatever you want to call it. Unless I'm doing shots, and I only need a few shots.
Man, I ain't even do no shots. We went to Honduras and they got that real tequila over there.
Oh,
I don't even know how I made it back to the ship.
oh my gosh. Now, did y'all do like the 3 day or did you do like the 5 or 7?
No, 7 days.
Ooh, that's a lot of time out there on the water. See, I'm so terrified to be on the water.
I was too until I took my first one.
Yeah. So
And
this is
then
what's your second?
you say what?
Which cruise number is this? Like, how many times have you done it?
Oh, this was my second one
Okay, okay.
because they've been begging me to go on one, but I was like, nah, I ain't finna get out there and all that water. I can't drink all that water.
Man, that's a lot of water, boy. That's a lot of water. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, but it was straight. But the first one, the first one we went on, it was straight. I was like, man, you get to eat all day. You know, the guy burger joint and tacos and all that stuff. Then you got the big old buffet.
Yeah, I hear some cruise lines. I hear some cruise lines. The food ain't all that great, but
And
then I hear
now
there are
the
cruise lines.
buffet ain't all that great.
Yeah, But they be having like some amazing restaurants. Like my girl,
Yeah.
Virgo Assassin, Deanna, she just went on a cruise for the first time a couple of weeks ago. And she was talking about all the different foods they have, the delicious
Yeah.
food. I would love that shit, boy.
Yes. I got the because it's called specialty food, like the seafood and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's what I would want.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I put 120 on my card, right?
Hmm.
So I was laying around, and I always wanted to play blackjack on the casino, right? Guess how much I won? Off of $40.
Off of $40, how much you win?
$5.50.
$5.50. That's
Yes.
pretty good.
Man, I was up
Now,
there
did you
showing
walk
out.
away? Did you walk away or did you stay?
No, I walked away. I'm from Alabama. If you give me that money, I'm gone.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Hell no. I don't care how many free drinks you bring me. I don't care about that. But
And that's what they try to do. They try to keep you playing.
yeah, and then the next night I think I played like 60 or $80 or something like that. And I won like 300 or something, right?
Oh, that's nice.
I said, I am done. I'm done gambling right now. I'm done.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck your luck up and keep on doing it, and then
Now,
oh
now
shit.
I brought all my hood table people some shot glasses because it wasn't my
Oh,
money. So I brought everybody some.
you like it ain't my money. I buy it. You get a shot glass. You get a shot glass.
Man, big Oprah.
Hell yeah.
But now I got you a shot glass. I got everybody that usually be on here. I got them all shot glasses. I couldn't remember everybody's name.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what. Yeah, we gonna have to get those. We got to
But
get
I was
those.
like, man, I'm gonna have to show them. I got them some shot glasses on it though.
Yes, definitely, definitely, yeah, definitely. But
But
yeah, I'll pull up on you tomorrow night. What time are you thinking about?
I'm probably gonna go live by what time you going live tomorrow?
Oh, I'm not gonna go live tomorrow. If I go
Okay,
live,
okay,
it's probably Thursday.
okay. Well, I do it probably about 6 then.
Okay, that's what's up. We can do
Yeah,
6.
yeah. And I'm gonna actually do it this time.
Yeah, yeah. Don't be getting us all pumped up, and
I
then you
know,
show up.
but you know how it is, man. I be having stuff going on. I be like, man, I ain't finna go live right now.
I know, I know. That's why you know what. Sometimes when I go live or when I'm thinking about going live, I literally have to set it up on StreamYard because if I don't set it up on StreamYard in advance,
Yeah,
I'd be like, "Fuck that."
yeah.
I don't feel like it. But once you set it up on StreamYard, the people
Even
get the notification and they know you coming and they anticipate it. So you don't want to let them
no,
down, you know.
I know because I was finna go cancel. Like on StreamYard, I used to go back and cancel mine. I'd be like, man, I ain't going live.
Yep, yep. That's how some people do. But I'll be like,
Cause
dang, I got the live already set up. Let me go on here and chop it up with my peoples.
yeah, because people got real lives and stuff
Yep,
like that.
yep.
It be other stuff going on. Then I'm lazy,
I
but
know
I was supposed to,
sometimes the day just be so long. You just want to relax at the end of the day.
yeah, but I was supposed to go live tonight. But I got home late yesterday. All I've
Hmm.
been doing was sleeping.
Well, you gotta catch up with that. So you see, you went on a cruise, so all that water, all the motion on the ocean, and I know that can like be wearing you down and stuff. Then the traveling, the flying, and then like the thing about the cruise ships, it's not just like going somewhere and just walking into a hotel. They say it's like a mile to walk even from the
Yes.
port or the dock to walk all the way to your
Yeah,
cabin.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I caught me a taxi ride.
Oh, Lord, Lord.
So
They say,
I'm lazy. I'm not
hey,
finna walk.
I don't
And
know.
then, I'm an Alabama man. I don't play about that heat. It was too hot out there. Be
Oh
walking.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I don't
It's
see
been
how they
hot
do it, man. I
everywhere.
don't see how they do it.
I don't either because it's been hot everywhere. I mean, now me, I love summer because in the Midwest it gets really cold in the wintertime. So we try to take advantage of our summers and try to get out a lot and shit like that. But I don't like it when it's real hot. So if you see me, it'll be late at night.
I know.
I
And
don't like to be out
where you from, Hood Table? Where you from?
from Omaha. I thought I told you that before.
Omaha.
Yeah, remember we talked about that before and I said my family from Mississippi.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My family is from Mississippi, Tennessee. That's where my piece from. My dad and them, they from Mississippi as well.
Oh, okay. I can't holler at my girl too.
Who, Sislo?
Yeah.
Well, she told me, she sent me a message. She said her whole PC just shut down on her.
Yeah, because she seen 400 finna come up here and talk about Lou. But I ain't gonna say nothing about him. Because he done
Lord.
turned into a gangster again, so.
Lulu. I
But
think
nah, I
back.
really had a good time though, for real. It was all good, for real.
That's good. I'm glad you had a great time. I really am. I was supposed to go on a cruise, but I didn't know if I could get the time off because of the way our jobs are set up now.
Yeah.
It used to be in the past where no matter when we asked to be off, even if it was the next day, we just automatically got it. But now we can request time off months and months in advance. It still not get approved, depending on
Oh,
how
for
many
real?
other people ask for the same day. It's one of those things where they gotta have so many people at work, shit like
Yeah,
that. And we feel, a lot of us sometimes feel like it's unfair,
it is.
because if you ask for a day off 6-8 months in advance, then to come that time they tell you we can't give it to you. Like, really? So if you're planning a cruise or a trip or something, you just be out of money if you already got the
Yeah.
ticket, shit like that. So I was
Yeah,
like,
okay. Even if you cancel it, you're gonna be out of money.
exactly. And I think it's not fair. And then, I mean, I have even like tried to go to funerals in the past before and been turned down. Like, no, sorry, we ain't got enough people working today. But this is my, sorry. I'm like, okay, all right. So
Yeah,
that's,
but they don't really be caring about nothing like that.
yeah. I don't. Our job has went through so many changes since I've been in my job like 12 years. So I done seen a whole lot of changes, and this is one change that I do not like at all.
Yeah, because I want to tell you, I ain't never been fired from a job.
Oh,
I just
I
always quit.
have. I've been fired, laid off, fired on my day off.
Like, hey, even when they tried to lay me off or fire me on my day off, I'd be like, well, I wasn't coming back nowhere, so I'm good fuck. Yeah.
No, I remember there was this one job I worked back at long time ago as a telemarketing, and we had kept hearing rumors. Like, me and my friends at work, you have your friends, your gang at work. We kept hearing rumors that we were shutting down or closing down. But every time we would approach a supervisor, don't be listening to rumors. You know how supervisors, they hate for people to spread rumors at work that are
They
negative.
do.
So like,
They
don't be
do.
listening to them rumors. Just work. If everything's fine, we ain't shut. They lied to us for months. Then one day, 400, I kid you not, I had literally just had my first baby, and he was about 3 months old. And I'm a single parent because I had broke up with his father before I had my baby. So I was a single parent and already struggling, making like $7. That was way back. So I'm making 7 something an hour. And
You
one
making how
morning,
much an hour?
like it was like 750, 775, way back in the gap.
I would have been quit.
Child, I mean, but that was like the going
I
rate.
know. I know them early days. Because
Yeah.
when they making like $9.50 an hour, they thought they rich.
Well, let me tell you, when we start making like 9 or 10, man, I'm up here like, damn, I'm about to be paid. But yeah, so we was making like 7 something then. And one day they called us all around the podium. I don't know if you ever worked at a telemarketing, but they all had like a podium. And
Nah,
they
hell
called
nah, because I don't know how to talk to people, so I can't work in there like that.
and they called us all around. I mean, they called everybody. Like, we having a company wide meeting. We all go up there. We don't know what the fuck going on. They was like, and it was payday. It was payday. And they was like, we're gonna hand out checks early today. This is gonna be our last day. We shutting down.
Oh, hell no.
It's 2 pieces of paper on the table on each side of the room. One of the pieces of paper is you sign and you take your last check and you agree to receive what do they call it when they pay you
You talking about the
continually?
severance?
Severance pay. They said you agree to severance pay, and the other one is if you don't agree like if you want to sue or whatever. I don't know. It was two different pieces of paper. Now I signed up for severance pay because they were literally going to pay us exactly what we were getting paid for
Yeah.
like six
But like,
months. It was like 3 or 6 months. I can't remember.
yeah,
Then
yeah,
on top of that, they gave you like a one-time lump sum and then still paying you for 3, 4 months.
yeah,
So I was like really sad and stuff because I had been there like 2 years and had a lot of friends there. And like they literally lied to us. Like we could have been looking for other jobs, but they lied to us. And so, but I took that check, took the lump sum, and me and my baby, we got a car because I didn't even have a car back then. I got a car and things was okay. But yeah, shit, I was like that. I've been fired from several jobs. Shoot, fired, laid off, especially when I used to be in real estate and remember the big old crisis, the economy
oh
back in
yeah, oh yeah, oh
2008.
yeah. I remember that.
Yes. I used to be in real estate and I was getting laid off from job to like back to back for years because of that shit. So I finally got out of real estate after being in real estate for almost 12 years and I was like, fuck this shit. This shit ain't going. It's too unstable and I got
Yeah,
kids at home.
yeah.
So
That's what I
yeah.
be trying to tell people. They tell me they going to take their tests and stuff, right?
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
like, but you got to have a good personality. You got to know how to talk to people. You got to know how to do this. I can't do that. I'm
And it's
like,
a lot
nigga,
of laws.
if you want the house, nigga, take it.
It's a lot of laws. Like
Yes.
one of my homegirls who I met, excuse me, I met this girl who's my friend, good friend of mine now. But when she first bought her home years ago, I didn't know her then. But she bought a house that I know, I'm sure you know, like some properties they share like driveways. You ever heard that? Like they
Yeah.
share a driveway. Like you pull up the driveway, you go one side to your crib, go the other side to but the backyard, a certain portion of that y'all share. And so she had bought a place like that. And at certain times, her neighbors would have disagreements. People parking in the driveway, too many cars on the neighbor side that's intruding on the other side. Who gonna shovel this time? Who gonna, stuff like that? And she said she was never told that she had to share a driveway with somebody. I said, girl, I wish I would have knew you then because you could sue the closing company for that.
Yep.
Because
So
they
can.
supposed to tell you that,
Yep.
they're supposed to tell you that if you share a part of the yard or a part of the driveway or a part of the alley or something like that. But it was years and years and years later. And I was like, child, I would have,
Could have
boy,
made the money. Could have made the money.
yeah, because I knew everything about that kind of shit. I was like, man,
Because I settle right quick. As long as you
yeah,
offering the
they
right
could have
money.
bought her. Yeah, they could have gave her. She could have got the money for that house, sold
Yep.
it, and moved on somewhere else.
Yep.
But yeah, but she's still there to this day and be talking about moving all the time. She be like, man, I just want to move. Like,
Oh, I just got me another house.
mm-hmm,
And I'm so proud of it though, for real.
mm-hmm.
But
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you. And then ain't got to worry about the mortgage either. Man,
Yeah, I know that's a blessing.
yes, that's a blessing. Yeah.
Yes,
That
that is
was
a blessing.
that what I started getting on YouTube for right there. With the just to talk to real people and stuff like that. And and it just turned bad, man. 'Cause everybody on here be beefing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Everybody on here be beefing, and there's so many different sectors of YouTube. And if you don't be on YouTube, like a lot of people, when back in the day when YouTube was kind of like newer, most of us went on there to listen to music. Most of us went on there to
Yeah.
find out how to cook this, how to make this, how to
Yeah.
fix a car, how to different things that was on YouTube. And then eventually people was able to upload videos and do content and start getting paid for it. So that attracted a lot of people, and a lot of people started getting on YouTube and having all kind of discussions. And then when YouTube start letting people go live, and they start to remember back in the day, they didn't have the super chats and all that kind of shit. Ways you can
No.
get paid on YouTube. Like people could see you a PayPal or something like that. But then when YouTube got the super chat and you can make money, it
Yeah.
just seemed like YouTube just started going down. the hill, down the drain.
Like, like with me, like I didn't even know I came from a sector, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I popped up in somebody's chat one time, and they were like, "Hey, that's 400 from over there." I said, "400 from over there? What you talking about?" Man, I'm from Alabama, man. I don't even live that way. That's how I had started learning about the Celtics and stuff like that. But I don't really get into all that. What I be getting into, like, that's why I come up with you because you be on the TV shows and stuff like that. Cause that shit I'm into. Like, it ain't all that scratching and shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but shoot, if you ever want to do like TV show reviews, like on your panel or something, like
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
especially if I, especially if we have a common show that we both watch or like,
yeah.
shoot,
And you already know which one I'm gonna do first. Lulu
yeah,
crying.
a lot of people don't from the area I'm from, I'm one of a very, very, very few. I'm like probably one of three. And that's crazy because there's thousands of people in this area of YouTube, the B sector. But I'm probably one of three, maybe one of five that do TV show reviews.
Yeah, yeah, and
On
that's
a regular basis. Everybody else be beefing and arguing and fighting.
yeah, yeah. But if you go back and because I had to take down my old video, 'cause that's when I first got on with all that fussing and cussing and stuff. And nigga, you 12 hours away from me. What I look like driving 12 hours to punch you in
Child.
the face and do all
You
this, man. I ain't finna fuss with you about that. But
you saw that shit that what happened in Vegas, which was really sad.
yeah, yeah, that's
Mhm.
what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's real folks on here, like real people. They got real lives.
And there's some real crazy people on here. You think you might be just fucking with a keyboard gangster or somebody who just trying to make content off of you, and they
Right.
will show up in real life and try to take you out. It's happened. That ain't the
Hey,
first time that Vegas shit. That's like the third or fourth or fifth time somebody done died from a YouTube beef.
see, if you go back and listen to my channel, I'm gonna have my times where I get up there with the ladies. I be laughing and just playing and stuff, right? But I have some real content up there though. When I be talking about different things.
Well, I know a lot of times when I came up to your channel, I didn't know what was going on. I would be like, "Hey, what's up, everybody?" I don't know what y'all talking about. I just be sitting there, just like listening.
No, it just be funny and stuff like that. It wasn't nothing really serious. It just be the women against the men on there. Like
Hmm.
I made my own sector when I call it the King's Queen sector.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah, because I wanted the women to get up there and talk how they talk, and then the men we talk how we talk. You get what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And it
Mm-hmm.
ain't no beef, but then it went left.
Get pretty heated at times.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hmm.
But if you notice me, I always laugh at it because
Yeah,
I'm still gonna live my life.
I didn't came across one of y'all shows and it seemed like they was going at it, the guys and the ladies. I was like, "Ooh, child, let me just sit in. Hey, I know how to stay in my lane." Even in my
Yeah,
own
yeah,
little sector of YouTube, I know how to stay in my lane. I don't like to argue. I don't like to fight. I don't do
yeah.
that
Me
shit in
either.
real life. I
Me
just
either.
I love peace. I mean, as peaceful as my life can be. That's how I want my life.
That's what I told one of my partner one time when he like, hey, 400 man, who the hood taper? I say, man, that's when you go off and venture out by yourself, and you
No,
ain't
you
got to
said
worry about all that fussing and cussing and stuff. And they talk about what you want to talk about. Like you be on the same thing I be on. That's why I be laughing so hard.
you said that's where you go by yourself. Don't bring nobody. Don't bring
They
you.
don't. No. Uh. That's why when you pop up on mine, I be like, salute hood table. That's it right there.
Well, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I have found just how, same way I found your channel, you found me. I have found other channels in the past that were totally, totally different, way more calmer than like the shit that go on in the B sector. And
Yeah.
when they like share us out, I'll be like, I don't want to share you. I like you, but I don't want to share you
That's
because
what I
I
say
know
too.
the type of people over here. Like, I
I
mean, look,
am not finna bring these crazy folks over here.
I got peace over here. No fighting, no arguing, no cussing. And So I get it. I get it. I really do.
Yeah, that's why they'd be like, "Hey, drop a link." Nope. Hell no.
Ah, but yeah,
But
that's one thing I like about my channel. We can discuss any and everything, like no
yeah,
topic, off limit. I just don't want to argue and fight with people. That's all.
I know. I didn't know you from the B sector though. For real, I didn't know
Well,
that.
and that's the thing. I'm not like sometimes they say people from the B sector aren't B sector if they don't beef.
Okay.
And you know, it's like certain people who agree with that, certain people who don't, especially if you've been in the sector around those people for years, since even before, like I was there before it was even formulated. Like I don't know if you heard the story. I don't want to go into all of it because I
No,
know.
no, no. You ain't got to. You ain't got to.
Right, right. But before it even got formulated and formed, like if you were already there and you were already following certain people and watching certain content and even doing commentary on certain other people's content, you were already there before the beef
Yeah.
sector formed. So, but there are some people who are dead set on if you don't actually beef, if you ain't never gotten a knockdown, drag down fight, and then there's other people who say, well, shit, if I've been here since day one, I'm just as much B sector as y'all. Even the people who just do
Yeah.
commentary. There's some people in the B sector who don't fight and argue, but they do commentary off of everybody's content.
Yeah.
And
Like
so,
me, I
mhm,
don't even. I don't even do that because I used to get into it with everybody. But man, we on the internet, bro. Like,
right,
what? We trying to get a Rico,
right.
and I don't even know you, nigga. like that's how I be now. Because I be like, I let somebody pop up, and they say, "Hey, 400, I just want to say this to the," and I go ahead and click them down because I ain't about that. Because I be on different, like I'm on different shit over there. I don't know if I can say that on your page. That's why I don't pop up on pages like that.
Oh no. Well, that's one thing about my channel. It's always been no topics off limit, and I don't censor anybody.
Yeah,
So people who've been following me for years, they know I cuss like a damn sailor. So I,
yeah,
I don't I don't ever stop people from cursing. It's certain things that I wouldn't want people to do, like talking about people kids or talking about the LGBT community. You know, different things like that.
yeah. Hey.
Right,
You
right.
know they call me racist, so
Yeah, making threats, being racist, you know, things like that. But as far as you cussing, you can cuss all day long if you want.
oh, okay.
Because one
I'm
thing
like
I
that too.
no
I'm
one
like,
thing.
hey, I ain't
Um,
gonna say that. I ain't gonna say. I'm just. I don't let you say what you want to say. Give it a
well,
say because I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna be like, hold
right.
on, bro. I
Yeah,
fuck
it's
with you,
certain
but
things
I
that
gotta cut it off now.
yeah, it's certain things that you just cannot allow people to do on your platform. Because one thing I learned over the years, I'm telling you, as much as I cuss and as much as we talk about different like shit like Diddy or Kelly, you know, things of
Yeah,
that nature. Like one thing I tell people is as long as you're not doing extremely harsh content or you know what I'm talking about without going
yeah,
into
yeah, yeah.
certain
But
things that
well,
you do here.
well,
Then
I
you
just
gotta
learned
work
all
on
that
getting
shit.
your videos monetized. Yeah. If you really want your videos monetized and you want because with YouTube as far as like once you get monetized, you have three different ways your video can go. Not monetized at all, partially monetized, or
Yeah,
fully monetized. And when I tell you that I've been on YouTube what 7 years, going on 8. But this particular channel, because I got several channels, but this particular channel is
you
like
been on
5.
that long?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man, I got a couple of people that's pop up on my panel. They been out there like that too, and I be like, man, I didn't even know you two were doing it.
yeah. YouTube been doing. There's people that's been on YouTube for 15, 20 years doing content. But then again, back then, all you could do was upload. That's all you could do was upload. And even if you got into a beef with somebody back then, you couldn't go live and just go rah, 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 rah. You would have to do an upload after they did their upload. And then they'll come back and they'll do an upload, talk shit back to you. And then you got to go do an upload and post it and talk. So it was never that live shit where it's live as it comes. But then YouTube, like maybe 8 years ago or something, that's when they started the live 8, 9, it's probably 10 years. Because when I started, it was already live
Oh,
available.
all right, because I don't know
So
nothing about that. Because I don't know
yeah,
nothing about that. For
But let
real.
me tell you, don't if people ever tell you if you cuss on your channel, you will not have your videos fully monetized. That's bullshit. Because
Yep.
like all Diddy, I've been doing Diddy videos for what 7, 8 weeks. Well, actually, I've been discussing Diddy since last year, since the Cassie video out. So it's been almost 2 years, right?
I've been disrespecting Diddy ever since I knew Tupac.
Right. And we've been talking about everything he done to women. I mean, rape. I mean, all kind of shit, right? And
Yeah.
probably only 2 of my Diddy videos are partially monetized. And I done did at least how many shit in the last 2 months? I did one every day, damn near, and over the past few
Really?
years. Don't let people tell you if you curse on your channel, you won't get fully monetized videos. That's bullshit. And I've been telling people
Uh,
this for years.
I know. Now I'm telling you, I didn't want to cuss on your channel
Oh no, I'm just saying. I'm just
because I'm
saying.
gonna do what I want to on mine.
No. But I'm saying there are people on YouTube who will tell you don't cuss. If you get on their panel, don't cuss. Please don't cuss. Please don't cuss. I want my video monetized. And then if there is cussing or something on their video, they'll say, "You guys, please send me a super chat or a cash app because this video won't be monetized because we were cursing." That's their way of trying to get you to send them money. So
Right?
don't fall for the okie doke. I've been telling people this
Oh,
shit for
I
years.
don't. I don't. I don't. I already had peeped that, like the people who I used to mess with and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we always used to support them and be like, man, you monetize? All right. So let's do the super chats then. Then we
Mm-hmm.
all line up and just send super chats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
I heard a nigga tell a nigga say 400 and send me them for $2. I said, what? I said, you know what? Fuck you, nigga. Cause I ain't have to spend it, nigga. But
And
but
trust me, I know. I used to have a show. I used to do Friday Night Live, and on Friday Night Live, we did it for years on this channel. And I mean, we would talk about any and everything. Be on here cussing, drinking, just cutting the fuck up every Friday night for hours. And almost every single one of those videos, no matter what we talked about or how much we cussed, was fully monetized. Was fully monetized. So that's why I be telling people, don't let people make you think that you cannot cuss on your show and get monetized. It's not true. Not
yeah,
true.
yeah, no, I just had to break away. Like I told him, like when I left my sector, I just broke away. And you know how everybody try to get you to come back and shit like that. I'm not coming back over there to that bullshit. I'm a grown man, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost 45. I'm not finna come back cussing niggas out and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not finna do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's
And
a
the
weird
owner,
energy. It can like really that shit can fuck with you. Even sometimes when I watch too much of the beefing and stuff, that it does something to my spirit.
yeah, it do.
You know what
It,
I mean? It just does something to my spirit. It's a lot you in taking all this negativity day after day after day after day. And a lot of times it can be entertaining. You be laughing, you be gagging. What they call that nigga? You be like, really? I know they didn't do
hey,
that.
hey,
You know. But sometimes it can be a lot.
I'll be like, and then everybody get into a fight, right? And they make up the next day. I'll be like, ho.
Oh,
You
that's
just
the shit.
disrespect
I
this
know
nigga mama.
plays. Or people running plays like they pretending to be in beefs or they manufacturing a beef
That's how I figure
for
about the
content.
plays.
I
That's
hate
how I
that
figure about
shit.
the play.
Yep.
And
I
I
hate that.
said, okay. So I don't have to talk to nobody for real. I just do my own thing. And that's what I did when I started my 400 circle media. I was just 400. And
Mm-hmm.
I just did the circle media from my street address.
Yeah.
And I started for net. And then everybody, like, I just changed on them.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just peep what y'all were doing. I just don't, I don't do it like that because if we were face to face, nobody would say that shit to me.
Exactly. That's what I always say. That's what I always say. Most people who gonna talk all that shit about you and drag you and try to dox you and stalk you off of YouTube, they in a totally different city and they'll probably never run up on you if they ever saw you in person.
Like I always tell them, like you might get one or two words out your mouth if you're in front of me. You
Yeah,
might.
that's why I don't do that beefing on shit because in real life, I don't play them games. I'm not the toughest person You know, I'm from the hood
Yeah.
and all that. I'm not the toughest person. I'm not saying I can't be beat shit like that. But I used to fight a lot.
Okay.
I used to fight a lot, and I'm very good at it. Okay, I ain't never lost a fight. I ain't never lost a fight. So I don't do that bumping the gum shit. I didn't do that shit in real life. You like you said, you get a couple of words out, and it's on and popping. That was
Yeah.
my mentality coming up. So that's why I don't argue with people on here because it's like I understand people make a lot of money. Some people make thousands and thousands of dollars
Yeah.
every month from doing that shit. But I can't do that. My spirit doesn't allow me to do that. I want to come up here, talk about what I want, and go to bed peacefully and wake up without somebody got my name in their mouth every damn 5 minutes.
Yes. But
You
see,
know?
this is what I started doing. Like they be like, "Hey, 400." Somebody said I wouldn't know it if you didn't tell me about it, bro. Because I don't go to the channel, right?
Yeah,
So
don't be carrying bones. I hate that too.
yeah, and don't tell me about nothing. Cause that's what I be on. Like I don't want to hear that shit, man. Cause live your life. Cause I'm
Hmm.
living my life,
Hmm. Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
I don't know why everybody try to make their struggle harder than the next person's struggle. Why?
I don't know, but you know how we was talking about money with Meech and them, and how Meech and it's the same effect, different circumstances, but same effect on the B sector and other sectors too. Like they see that money, and that's why a lot of times they
Yeah,
run
that
things and
money.
they manufacture beefs because they know you can be beefing and arguing with somebody, have five, six, seven, 1,000 people in your chat, but then you can be talking about this normal everyday shit and be lucky if you got 50 or 100 people in your chat. So a lot of that shit is intoxicating and it's addicting. And that's why people continue to beef and argue and fight, you know, all day, every day on YouTube. And that's they right. That's they right. I'm not trying to judge. I'm just saying that's just not my lane. That's not my lane.
That's not my lane either. Cause I was doing like a little show, and you can go back and look at it. Why do black women hate the black man and shit like that, right? You know how many people I had in there? And they were like, "Well, 400, why you ain't saying that?" Hell, I'm nervous. Hell, I ain't never had this many people in my chat before.
Oh, I get it. At one time I did a show and it was doing content on two B sector content creators who had to go to court and they
Yeah,
was trying to sue each other or something. And I had over 1,300 people in the chat. And I was like, why are these people here? Oh my God, I'm nervous. Oh, don't let me fuck up. Oh, I mean, that was the most I ever had in the chat. That has never happened again.
I
Besides
know.
that situation, I think the most I had in my chat over the years was probably 650, probably 650 people.
Oh, for real,
And that
man.
was
Mine is
discussing something.
85 people, and when we got to 12, I was like, "Hold on." Get
Yeah,
nervous now.
I'm not used to them big crowds. I'm not. And then the chat be going so fast, and people be trying to talk to you. And then sometimes people get upset when you don't see their comment.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's like
yes.
hundreds of people in the chat. You cannot see everything, especially if you're trying to focus on your content. You
Yeah.
know, so it can be. I ain't saying I don't appreciate numbers when I get them or in the past or
Right,
whatever.
right, right. Cause that's the first video. Like I actually got like I think it was almost like 900 views, right? But
Hmm.
I wasn't really saying anything, and they like, "400, you ain't gonna say nothing." Hell no, y'all done made me nervous. Too many folks up in here.
Oh, I understand. I understand. And then some people are used to it because that's what they get all the time.
Yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like if you check out my channel, man, I just be really like how we talking tonight, right?
Hmm.
That's what I be doing. I give out game. I give out what I think and I don't judge nobody.
Hmm.
Whatever you do or whatever you did, that's on you. But let's see how we can make this work together, right?
Right.
And I ain't gonna say, man, fuck what you were doing. I ain't gonna say that. I'll probably say, like, well, I ain't doing that shit. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But I talk about family, I talk about everything. But
Hmm.
I still be on my I, s- I still be on the bullshit with the women though. I don't be on that bullshit. them dudes and shit.
Yeah.
Cause they get in the more I got in YouTube, these niggas act more like women than the women do. So that's why I had started falling back. And then I'm like, you got 2K subscribers, right? But you over here with me and I got 195. Just 195 subscribers. Why are you over here?
Child, I don't know, child. But you know what? I'm about to get my butt off of here, but I did drop your link in the chat. I also dropped Cisco's link in the chat. My beautiful sister from another mister who was up here on the
Yeah,
panel.
yeah. See, tell her stop running. Cause you know
Ah,
about Lulu.
no, she said she sent me a message. She said my whole computer tapped out on me.
Yeah. Cause she know 400 gonna come up here and get on about that boy.
I'll let her know. She'll be back here again. She was supposed to be doing some content too, but she
Oh, is she?
every time she say she go live, I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, we'll be
Okay,
waiting.
if she go live, I know I'm gonna pull up over there.
And I'm gonna share it too. When she do go live, I always share on my community wall. So I'll share it. But yeah, definitely if you go live tomorrow, hit me up and let me know. I'll be over there.
I
But
got you.
tonight and all tomorrow in my spare time, like in between work, I'm gonna be binge watching The Shy.
Okay, well, I'm put on StreamYard so it'll get the alerts if you got me on.
And don't be going to cancel it.
Don't be going away.
Cancel it.
Cancer. What?
Yeah, cancel. Like you be saying, sometimes you set it up, then you go
Oh
cancel.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm gonna have to go live though, cause I ain't been live in like a month.
Yeah, and I know your supporters probably miss you going live.
Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about the real ones, like
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
yeah,
Shoot, I be sometimes when I don't go live for a minute because I just need a break or life is lifing. Shoot, people be like, the hood table, everything okay? People be messaging me. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Sometimes we have those subscribers and those supporters who really care about our well being. So if they
yeah.
don't see us, they be like, damn, are they okay? You know, because life be life, and boy, life be motherfucking life. Mm-mm-mm. But okay, so anything else you want to add? I've dropped your link if you want to uh have some last minute words or anything.
Let me see. I put with hood table. She put with me. Mm, that's about it right there. Like, hey,
Hey,
you
that's
talk that
my
real talk though,
dog.
for real.
That's my dog. No. But yeah, we'll be over there tomorrow night. Just
Okay then.
set it up. I'll be over there. I'll chop it up and hit your link.
All right. Salute to you.
All right. You have a great night. Thank you for
You
joining
too.
us.
All right.
All right. All right, you guys. That is the end of the show. We ended the show with just talking a little, just shooting the breeze, shooting the shit. Okay. So I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I hope y'all enjoyed the review of BMF Black Mafia Family Season 4, Episode 5. Did I even announce the title of the show? When I started, it's in the title of the show. So, but normally I do start the show off and to say what the title of the show was. But the title of the show was "See It, Touch It," which is one of their, I don't want to say hashtags because hashtag wasn't even a thing back then, but it was one of their one of their monikers was "See It, Touch It." But this time the episode was called "See It, Touch It, Mixtape It," because they getting into that music game, right? Right. And again, with Purdy being shot, man, out of all the people to get shot, I mean, shit, Lamar still walking around this motherfucker. If Lamar can have 9 lives, Purdy can have at least 2. Okay. But I'm looking forward to the next episode, and also with the Shy. I have been doing reviews on the Shy for years. I'm gonna, now that the trial is over with, it ain't officially over, but with Diddy, no more daily commentary on that shit, right? It's been like 2 months, so I might do an update here and there, but no more daily shit with the Diddy shit. But I will be binge watching The Shy. I don't know if I'll start tomorrow. I mean, I don't know if I'll start tonight because I pretty much want to just relax for the rest of the evening after working. So maybe tomorrow, like I said, to 400, I'll binge watch throughout the day in between working. I think I'm like 6 episodes behind. So I'm gonna try to binge watch as much as I can and then binge watch also Thursday throughout the day in between working and maybe go live Thursday night to do a review on the shot. So we'll see. That's the plan, but y'all know how it is. What you plan is not always what God plans, y'all. Can I get an amen? Amen. But other than that, y'all, please make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new here. Hit the Cash App. Hit the Super Chat if you want to donate. Become a member if you want to become a member. Hit the notification bell if you're new here too, so you don't miss any of our content, especially when we go live. I am one of those content creators who go live on the regular. So you don't want to miss any of our shows and topics and TV show reviews. But you guys, thank you for joining us. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.